GLF directors, GLF staff, our spouses and the guardians. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Brian Tayebwa. I lead the Feedmill Industry here at Gudie Leisure Farm. Under the Feedmill Industry, it's where we do produce feed for plant, feed for animals, and then feed for human beings. So here we are going to present. We have gone through a short but interesting training. In this short time, we have learned, we have had a lot of things taught to our ladies here. And in front here we have the different businesses the youth have been integrated through, and as time goes on, they will be able to present to us and let us know what they have really learned for the period of time they have been here. So I thank you all and I wish you nice celebrations today. Let's have our Feedmill anthem. Thank you.
Observed. Good afternoon. My name is Anita Goretti from Bukedia. Here we are going to have our presentations, and I'm going to start. While at Gudie Leisure Farm, I've been taught a lot, and the business I'm going to take is to train the youth. I'm going to be the trainer of the trainees, whereby when I go back to my village, I'm going to open my training center where I will teach them how to produce raw materials for the feeds and guide them on how to manage a business and help them, teach them again how to process the feeds. With all that knowledge, I'm going to transfer to them. Thank you.
The guest of honor, MD, our visitors, spouses, everyone around, including my colleagues. Good afternoon. My name is Ati Mariam from Kumi District. I'm just going to take you through the grains. When I talk of the grains, majorly in feed mill, we use soya bean and maize. What does it mean? Without food, no one can live. The same way our animals we realized for us majorly in the villages, people struggle and the cock or the chicken moves around. Since now we came to Gudie Leisure Farm, we realized that these things are very important. When you look at soybean, sorry, and maize, they are protein content. Why are we giving them this? This will help them to grow on, and in turn, we shall be able to get good animals. In agronomy part, we have also learned while at Gudie Leisure Farm that when we are planting our crops, we have to be very careful on the type of soil, and we are always recommended to use loam soil. On top of that, also at Gudie Leisure Farm, we realized that the spacing is very important, and later, after the spacing, we have to handle it when we are harvesting, post-harvesting, handling, weeding, all those we have learned because of time. Much to be said, but we are just touching it. But reach at the field, you'll see the impact of Gudie Leisure Farm to our lives. Thank you for listening.
The guest of honor tonight, Madam MD, our parents, plus my colleagues, good afternoon. My name is Nakiria Grace from Kumi. While at Gudie Leisure Farm, I've learned different materials we use for making feeds. When you're learning how to make feeds, you first have to identify the ingredients you're going to use. And that is one of them is proteins. As we always know that protein helps us to build our bodies. So they are those materials you use when you're making your feed that will add your animal proteins. For example, we can use soya bean. Another one, we can use fish meal, and that is mukene. This one. Another one, we can use BSFA larvae, that is black soldier larvae. It's this one. It looks like a maggot, but it got from organic matters like agricultural byproducts. Then we go to vitamins. This one helps in absorption of other ingredients. And for the case of vitamin, we can use moringa powder, which is this one. Or we can use premix, which is this one. The other ingredients is energy. Energy helps our animals to have that ability to do work or to strengthen them. For the case of energy, we have broken maize, which is this one. You can still use high quality maize bran, which is this one. Now we go to the next one, which is fiber. Fiber is used to ease digestion. And for it, you don't add it in much quantities. You add it in less quantities. For example, we have wheat bran, which is this one. Or rice bran. Some people can use water wheat like water hyphen. Then we have other materials. These ones are manufactured in the laboratories. For example, we have mesonine. You can even use lysine. So those ones are manufactured in the laboratory. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm called Amoding Martha from Kedia District. While in Gudie Leisure Farm, have learned how to make poultry starter feeds. These are feeds given to chicks from 1 day to 4 weeks. And when you are making, make sure that when you are making those feeds, it's made to be powder form. Then in grower feeds for poultry. These are feeds given to chickens 4 to 8 weeks. Then we go to finisher feeds. These are given poultry, typically growers from 18 weeks to 20. And their crude proteins must be 22%. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again for the opportunity. I'm Amongin Resha from Palisa District. While at Gudie Leisure Farm, I've learned how to make different types of feeds, but as per now, I'm going to talk about feeds given to our pigs, the pork we enjoy. I'm going to start with starter feeds for pigs. When our pigs, when they've just given birth from 2 weeks to 4 months, we give them starter feeds, and they are made in small particles. These are feeds given to piglets from 2 weeks to 4 months, and you must make them in small particles like the way you see them. Some of the ingredients which is used for making the feeds, we always use, there are very many, but I'm going to list some. We can use soya bean, maize, black soldier larvae. We have cotton cake. The cake which is like our cotton, the real cotton we make, they extract oil from it. Then the balance, it is also used as our animal feeds. Then another thing is sunflower cake. Most of us don't know the use of the sunflower cake, which is the other one. It is also good for our animals, both pigs, fish, and poultry. Sunflower egg, after extracting the oil from it, we bring it back to our farm, we grind it, and we mix it in our feeds. Then another thing is blood meal. The real blood they use after cutting the animal. You can go and collect that blood. After collecting it, you come and boil it. After boiling, you leave it dry for a short period of time. After it drying, you grind it and mix it in our animal feeds. It is so nice. Then another thing is bone meal. After us eating our meat, those bones you see, don't throw them. They are more important to our feeds. We get those bones, we dry them. After drying them, we crush them. Then another type of feed is grower feeds. These grower feeds are feeds given to our animals when they have grown. Then its crude protein, it has to make 14% for the grower feeds. And even the grower feeds, you make them in small particles like the way you see it here. Then lastly, we have finisher feeds. These are feeds given to our animals when they have grown and they are ready to be slaughtered. And in finisher feeds, we make them at least in big particles because the animals have grown, it is easy for them to digest. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Aria Gladys from Serere District. While at Gudie Leisure Farm, I've learned how to process and mix feeds, like fish feeds. When we are making fish feeds, we use raw materials which contain ingredients like proteins, vitamins, energy, and others. And fish feeds are categorized into 3 stages. The first stage is starter feeds. Starter feeds should be in powdered form. How can we make it into powdered form? You get your ingredients, you get your raw materials, mix and mash into powder. Then the next one is grower feeds. Grower feeds are in pellet form. Grower feeds are in pellet form. You mix your raw materials, use an extruder, and you make pellets. But each pellet
should be of 3 millimeters, and they contain 35% crude protein content. Then lastly, we have finisher feeds. Finisher feeds also, we use, after mixing the raw materials, we use extruder to get pellets. But this one, each pellet has a size of 6 millimeters, and they contain 30% crude protein content. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Protocol observed by the name Samantha Iloisketi from Palisa District. I'm going to take you through the mineralic block. With the mineralic block, we have the ingredients, the waste products that we can use to come up with our mineralic block. And one of the waste products we have is the bone meal powder, which is this one. We can also use the eggshell powder. Then the other ingredients that we can use, we have the moringa powder. In order to come up with the moringa powder, first of all, we shall have to go and extract those moringa leaves. After extracting them, we bring them, we put under the shade. You don't dry them directly under the sunshine. You put them in a shade for at least a week. When they get dry, you pick them and come and blend in order to make its powder. And we have it here. The another ingredient that we can use, we have the red ant-hill soil. With this red ant-hill soil, we use it because it contains a lot of calcium, it has magnesium, potassium. We also have limestone powder. Can also use it for making our mineralic block. We have brown salt, which contains minerals. We have also rock salt. That one also has minerals. Then after coming up with all those ingredients, you'll have to first of all dissolve the rock salt in water. After dissolving it in water, you start picking these ingredients one by one. You pick the bone meal powder, you pick the ant-hill soil and put there. Get the bone meal powder, spread it on top of the rock salt, the ant-hill soil. Then pick the moringa powder, the limestone powder, and you keep on pouring water, little water, in order to come up with a paste. After coming up with a paste, you get a molding box in order to come up with our mineralic block. And this is our mineralic block. It can be in rectangular shape, it can be in square, you can make it in a circular shape. After coming up with this, we also have the importance of this mineralic block to our animals. One of it helps to boost the immune system of an animal. It also adds productivity in milk. It also helps in the growth of an animal. Then another thing with a mineralic block, it helps to strengthen the bones and the teeth of an animal, since it contains bone meal powder and then the eggshell powder, which has calcium. Thank you so much for listening.
Protocol observed. Good evening. Good afternoon. I'm called as Kevin from Serera District. While at Gudie Leisure Farm, I've learned how to rear black soldier fly. In black soldier fly, we rear using waste management, like poultry litter or any kitchen waste and market waste. Under that, we have two things on it. And one thing is we are going to get a black soldier larvae, which used for rearing our which used for feeding our animals. When the only solution is you mix using what? Using the feeds. And another thing is we have a frash. A frash is an organic fertilizer used for crop production. Thank you.
Thanks so much, my colleague. Protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is is Amoding Jane Grace from Serere District, Kadungulu Central Cell. While in Gudie Leisure Farm, we have learned several things, and right now I'm under the machines. Since we are all of us, we are seeing this machine, and all those things is from this. After processing all, this machine is used for processing the feeds you're seeing. So the more thing is that those people of big array, poultry, don't worry about the feeds. We are ready to make for you feeds with this machine, processing it in all the stages that they need. So in this machine, this one, it is the hammer mill. This one, it is used for removing the outer cones of the maize, such that it will be smooth and can even used for human consumption.